The Fox and the Rat, a tale of friendship and adventure. Deep in the heart of the whispering woods, where the tall trees stretched to touch the clouds and sunlight danced through the leaves, lived a clever fox named Felix and a scrappy rat named Remy. The two were unlikely companions, for foxes and rats seldom found themselves on the same side of any tale. Yet, their bond was forged not out of chance, but necessity. The meeting one crisp autumn morning, Felix was trotting through the forest, his fur glistening in the early sun. He was hunting for breakfast, but had no luck. Suddenly, he heard a faint squeak coming from a nearby bush. Curiosity piqued, he crept closer and found a small rat trapped under a fallen branch. "Well, well," Felix said, his amber eyes gleaming. "What have we here? Breakfast delivered to my doorstep?" Remy, though frightened, was not one to beg. "If you eat me, you'll miss out on a much bigger meal. Help me, and I promise you'll not regret it." Felix tilted his head. "You're a bold one for such a tiny thing. Very well, you've piqued my interest." With a swift motion, he lifted the branch, setting Remy free. The bargain true to his word, Remy led Felix to a hidden grove where wild berries and mushrooms grew in abundance. Felix, impressed by the rat's resourcefulness, decided not to eat him. Instead, he asked, "Why not stick around? You might prove useful." Remy smirked. "Useful? I'd say indispensable. But don't forget, I saved you from an empty stomach today. You owe me." From that day on, the fox and the rat became an odd duo, roaming the forest together. Felix's sharp senses and Remy's cunning wit made them an unstoppable team. They shared meals, adventures, and secrets, becoming closer than they ever thought possible. The Great Challenge. One day, news spread through the forest of a mysterious treasure hidden in the Forbidden Hollow, a dark part of the woods no animal dared to enter. It was said that the treasure could grant any wish, but was guarded by a monstrous owl named Orin. Felix's ears perked up at the tale. "Imagine what we could wish for, Remy. Endless food, safety from predators, whatever we desire." Remy, ever cautious, replied, "It's a tempting idea, but Orin is no joke. We'd need a plan, and even then, it's risky." Felix grinned. "Since when have we avoided a challenge?" After much deliberation, they decided to attempt the perilous journey. Felix would rely on his speed and agility, while Remy would use his small size and clever mind. The journey the duo set off at dawn. They crossed rushing rivers, avoided traps laid by hunters, and evaded predators lurking in the shadows. Along the way, they encountered other animals who offered both help and hindrance. A wise old turtle gave them a map of the Forbidden Hollow, while a jealous weasel tried to lead them astray. By the time they reached the edge of the Forbidden Hollow, they were exhausted but determined. The dark trees loomed above them, their twisted branches like claws reaching for the sky. The confrontation. Inside the hollow, the air was thick with silence, broken only by the occasional hoot of Orin. The treasure lay at the center of a clearing, glittering under a single beam of moonlight. But as they approached, a shadow descended. Orin, with his enormous wings and piercing eyes. "Who dares enter my domain?" the owl boomed. Felix stepped forward, his confidence unwavering. "We seek the treasure, mighty Orin." Orin laughed, a deep, resonant sound. "Then you must prove your worth. Solve my riddle, and the treasure is yours. Fail, and you shall never leave." The riddle was this: I am not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. What am I? Felix and Remy exchanged a glance. Felix was stumped, but Remy's eyes lit up. "It's fire," he squeaked. Orin's eyes narrowed, then softened. You are correct. The treasure is yours. The wish. The treasure was a single golden acorn, said to grant one wish. Felix and Remy debated over what to wish for. I could wish to never go hungry again, Felix said. And I could wish for safety from predators, Remy added. But then, Felix had an idea. What if we wish for something that benefits both of us? Together, they wished for a bond so strong that no challenge could break it. The golden acorn dissolved, and they felt a warm glow envelop them. The aftermath. From that day on, Felix and Remy were inseparable. Their adventures continued, and their friendship became legendary in the Whispering Woods. Animals spoke of the fox and the rat who had braved the Forbidden Hollow and returned not just with a treasure, but with a bond that inspired all who heard their tale. And so, the fox and the rat proved that even the most unlikely friendships could change the world.